Now before this video begins, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Displate for helping me with this video. Now Displate makes custom metal posters and they pretty much have anything you can think of design wise. They sent me a couple posters that are curated to my style that I've helped kind of design and work with, and I wanted to share them with you. These are again metal posters, so you can hear it there. They're metal posters. We made up this one. We thought it was kind of cool. It says I wouldn't necessarily call myself a perfectionist. I'm just really observant. And again, metal you can see here, and I'll explain how you kind of mount these in a second here. But then we have the Raptor one. It's just a small speed bump with the Raptor kind of doing a little sand dude jump. And then we have the McLaren, the 12C kind of shaped supercar. I mean, I guess it's shaped like a 12C, but it's got all sorts of supercar, racetrack, motorsport words in there. There's another one, a GT4 one that we just created. It's really cool. I'll have a link in the description below of it. It's really unique. It's not here yet. We just finished it just in time for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, so make sure you guys check that out. But I'll show you how easy it is to hang these things. No drilling in the walls, it's literally magnets. So you stick a magnet on the wall, the metal poster just sticks to the magnet, and it makes it super easy to level it, line it up, so you don't have to measure and do all that junk that you used to prior. This is super easy, probably the easiest picture you'll ever hang. You just peel the sticky backing off the magnet here, and you just slap it on the wall where you want it. Obviously you need to get a general idea of where you want it, but you don't have to have this level or anything like that. So you just peel the backing, stick it on the wall, and put your poster on. There's your magnet on the wall. You just take your poster, boom, magnets right on there. Now obviously look, you can see it's a little crooked, so we're just gonna push this down a little bit, just like that. Super easy magnets, an ingenious solution. Again, they're metal, they're really nice. They have countless designs, but I thought this would be pretty cool hanging in my office in here. If you're looking for a great holiday gift or just something cool to decorate your house, make sure you go check out Displate. Metal posters, you can upload your own unique design, or there's countless of other designs. All sorts of stuff that you can think of. Their website pretty much is endless. Make sure you guys go check them out. Every time you buy a metal poster, you plant a tree as well, so they are eco-friendly. You go to my store, I'll have all my designs in there, and I also have some codes for you. I'll have them in the link description below, and I'll put them up on the screen here so you guys can see for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So again, make sure you guys go check out Displate. Tons of different options for you to choose from. Hope you guys like the video. Welcome back to the channel. Now, this is going to be a detailing video. I should say potentially a detailing series, because all of this going on back here is going to probably take at least 3 videos. But I just wanted to kind of fill you guys in on the game plan here. If you guys have seen a couple of my videos previously with my GT4, you saw me kind of detailing it and getting it up to par, getting it up to speed, ready to go for paint protection film. Well, the time has come. So basically, we're gonna break this video down, I think, into probably 3 parts is what I'm thinking. Preparation, so removing old film, getting that surface cleaned up. The actual install of the film, kind of going through it, how to install it. This isn't gonna be like this hour-long technical video on installing paint protection film, but it's something that I've never done. And Bradley over here is an expert at it, so I'm gonna learn. I'm curious. I always like to learn new things, so figured, you know what, I'll fly him up and we'll go through this. And we're gonna paint protect the entire car. We're gonna go through and do that. And then the third video is gonna be kind of like the cleanup of the film. So we'll go through cleanup edges, what to look for, make sure everything's good, and then talk about the care and the prep. So we're gonna be putting STEK film on the car. Like I said, the entire car, so front bumper forward. The car already has film on from the front, fenders, bumper, hood, and mirrors forward. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pull all that off. Bradley's already under here. We're gonna pull all this up, and you'll see kind of lifting. Once that's all pulled up, then we can take the film and pull it off. Now, how you're gonna pull this film off, and we'll show you when it comes time to do it, is you're not gonna lift up like this, like a sticker. Bradley says that's bad. Bad. So,
a lot of stress on the paint when you
right.
do it that way. So.
And what we don't want to happen is pull paint. Now, it's always possible when removing film that you can pull paint. So my recommendation is if you get a car and you're looking to get film put on it and it already has some film on it, leave it on, right? Let the installers go and pull that off, because they're gonna know how to do it. They're gonna obviously charge you for it, because there's a lot of work that takes to pull all this off. I mean, we're gonna probably be at this for a couple hours.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but minimize the amount of stress that we're putting on the panel when we pull this off. You're basically doing the opposite. So if you ever take like a sticker off or anything like that, you would normally kind of get as flat and as parallel with the surface
and you would normally pull this way. Bradley actually told me, which I did not think anything of it, but it makes sense. You actually pull it this way. So you're gonna pull it this way, pretty much parallel with the panel. So as you pull this way, it's gonna release, and you're gonna use some steam. So we have a steamer heating up over here. We'll use some steam, basically get this malleable, formable, and loose, and pull that off. So once we get the edges uncurled here, I'll go through and show you there kind of what we're doing. So we have all the edges, you guys can see here, lifted basically around the hood. You might be able to see if the camera wants to focus. There you go. We have all the edges lifted, even around the fenders here. So we're gonna start heating this up. We're gonna use the steamer. And I have two questions for Bradley, because I said my first one is, do you put the steamer in between the film and the painted panel so that steam gets in there and loosens up that adhesive? Or do you put it on top, or does it matter which way you do it?
I really don't think it matters. Whichever way works for you. I steam on the top just because I'm one man. It's hard to, the thing is, it's hard to pull this way low to the panel and get steam underneath. So if you steam on top, you can get a little bit more even of a heating.
Right,
so that's just the way that I do it.
So, and the main reason why we're pulling this film off is, without really beating around the bush, is whoever installed it it was a real crappy install. I mean, this part wasn't bad. It really wasn't this, but like the edges weren't wrapped where they could be. Now we're not gonna be wrapping all the edges just because I don't want to take mirrors and stuff off. But there was like, I'll show you right here, like what that is, that's ridiculous. So we're gonna, be bringing the film all the way up and getting it as close in there as we can. Yep. So that's really why we're taking this off. Essentially, we could have done doors back, but we're gonna go ahead and steam this up here. I'll try to hold the camera and pull a little bit and show you just a little bit of removing that. Where you want to be careful is when you're pulling this up. If the car's been repainted or anything like that, you'll have, this is where paint will come off when you're pulling up these wrapped edges. So that's pretty much all loose. We're gonna go ahead and pull the film off and get cracking. You guys saw how he was kind of pulling away. You're kind of pulling this way. You're not pulling up and you're not pulling this way.
Yeah.
So it's kind of counterintuitive to how you would think you would want to do it.
Yeah, the least amount of stress put on the paint is going to be pulling it this way while using some steam to release the adhesive, and you're also going to get less glue being left on the paint doing it that way.
Right.
Less cleanup for you.
We're going to go ahead and get all this stuff pulled off, and see you guys in a second. Got the film taken off on the entire front end, including the mirrors. Basically, here's some of the old film. Kind of a little yellow. I don't know if it'll show up on camera. Wiping this down to see what areas we have some adhesive left. I'm telling you guys, get a steamer. This McCullough steamer is, I got it at a lightning deal on Amazon for like 45 bucks one year, and you have to have a steamer. I mean, Bradley will even attest, like, even if you're not doing film, you have to have a steamer. You can clean seat belts, upholstery, like on the interiors, the headliners, they're perfect for that, and they're really kind of an unsung hero. Cleaning brake calipers and wheels, especially if you have like carbon ceramics and don't want to use an aggressive tar remover. But yeah, get a steamer. I'll have a link to that below. But getting the car wiped down so we can see what adhesive we have to basically clean up yet. We actually did a pretty good job just from looking at it. Once we get this wiped down, we're gonna put some Tarex, some adhesive remover on here, and let it all sit and soak. Possibly do a quick polish. Depends, Bradley. Depends how much we have to scrub to get the adhesive off, right?
Depends how much we mess the finish up, and once we look at it and see if there's any swirls and stuff, we'll take care of what we need to and
get cracking. Yeah, so hopefully the goal by the end of the day today is to have the big flat panels done. So roof, hood, and maybe top of wing, or say just the bigger panels, maybe even the fenders, and get that done. This is what my sweet gas cap looks like without its cover on it. But anywho, so we're gonna get that going here, and I'll show you guys kind of again what we're doing. I wanted to share this process because I've shared everything from the start with getting this car up to par. So let's get to it. just kind of spot spraying. So you see Bradley's kind of walking around, and I'm just an idiot holding the camera, but just spot spraying. A lot of the adhesive that's left is really like, I can feel it all on the edges. It's all on the edges. So really, when we get the towel saturated too, we'll go through and wipe the edges down. But
pre-treatment to loosen it up and get it,
yeah,
you know, ready so it's a little bit easier to remove.
You guys don't have like Geon Tar or what is CarPro Tar-X?
CarPro Tar-X, yeah.
They're essentially the same thing. I want to give you guys a little update on where we're at now. I didn't show you washing the car. If you guys are observant, you'll see the car is now in the center of the garage. So we washed the car. Now we're claying everything down. So Bradley's using just kind of a little nanoskin mitt here, and we're using the prep solution, basically just lightly claying everything down. We have the emblem pulled off here. Don't ask us about dropping a bolt in under the hood. We're not going to talk about that, but with magnets and science,
it didn't happen.
With magnets and science, we got it sorted. So we're gonna get this whole thing clayed up. Again, we went through, got all the adhesive off. We washed the car to make sure we didn't miss any adhesive spots. Once this is clayed, we're gonna go through and really check our edges again from where the old PPF was. Then we're gonna go through, we're gonna look over the entire car, basically make sure there's no little touch-up areas that I didn't miss. If you recall a couple episodes back, I basically went through and did some minor touch-up paints, but second set of eyes is always good to have somebody help you look through that. Once we have that, then it's realistically starting to lay film. So we're still in the prep stage here, but you guys can see we started at 7 a.m. this morning, and it's what? It's 2 o'clock. So basically prep has taken all day, and that's with 2 people. So imagine one person doing this and just kind of cranking through it. You know, it's a lot of work, but this is probably, right, Bradley, one of the most important steps, if not the most important step. Same with the coating, right, is the preparation. So the better off you have this and get the car prepped, the easier the film's gonna lay, adhere, stick, wrap around edges and everything. So again, we're just going through, you can prep this. This is a standard, basically, clay barring process. You can do this with clay if you want to. This nanoskin mat's just a lot easier to kind of grab onto and clay through. So we're gonna go through, get that done, get everything smoothed out, and start tidying up everything else. We have the car pretty much all prepped. Basically, you saw the clay barring there. And now that it's clayed, this is kind of the handoff part where if you were ready to transition to your film now and get the area cleaned up and make sure you're, you know, kind of clean room, doctor's office, this is that time. So essentially, the car's been cleaned. I mean, if you don't have clear bra on your car, obviously you'll be a lot further along, but since we had to remove old PPF film and be kind of careful about that, we had to take some extra steps. So to summarize, we pulled the film off, removed the adhesive that was left behind, washed the car, checked for any more adhesive, then prepped the surface with the clay bar, and that's where we're at. So basically, I mean, you guys will see the paint probably looks great. We also, you know, pulled the emblem, like I said. So the car looks great. We're gonna get the wheels covered up so we don't get any stuff on there. If you need to paint correct, this is the time to paint correct before you do that. Then I would recommend washing the car again, because paint correct is gonna have dust and everything. And then you would be at this stage. If we don't need to paint correct, everything is phenomenal under here already, because remember, this did have film. I already corrected the rest of the car prior to today in this series of videos. So where we're at is we're basically ready to film. So I'm gonna kind of think end this video here. I'll give you guys more of a formal intro to Bradley and everything on the next video when we talk about the actual slip solutions, what we're using, the install, and kind of where do you go from here. So with that being said, I think I'll wrap this video up. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check out part 2 coming soon.